Hi everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. I had filmed a video earlier where like last week, right after the trailer dropped for the brand new game pack, the interior decorating one, and I had done like a bunch of like speculating and breaking down the video, and then the Sims team went and did a live stream super early before I could finish editing it, so I've decided to toss that out the window. But in that video, I did talk about some things I wanted to address here. I haven't been posting a lot lately for anyone out there who actually cares about this channel. I recently, I guess not super recent more, I moved back in March, and it's just been a little bit of an adjustment. One of my changes is my roommate and I decided to go get 3 cats. They're very cute little kittens, but they're very curious and a little destructive right now. Some other big changes are, my schedule, like my work schedule has completely changed in the sense, I guess it's still the same, but I work at the same place I was working before. I just now live like 40 minutes away. Sorry, I have the kittens over here like chewing on wires. They're super cute. They're just, for some reason, just a little destructive this week. Love that for them. So a lot has changed in my life. I still have Braun, my fish. He's in my room. My other videos will hopefully be filmed in there. Not out here. The lighting out here is very strange. I have all the lights off and I have like this ring light on, and I'm very washed out, but it is what it is. I also got a frog. Her name's Wanda. She's super cute. So I thought what I would do today, since I am home alone right now, my roommate and her siblings went out to go to the drive-in to watch a movie. I decided I was going to stay in and work on reupholstering my chairs. So I got this beautiful kind of like old antique wooden table. It's very beautiful. It's very old. And the fabric on the chairs are definitely like very faded. Some of them are starting to rip and be worn down. And it's obvious that I can tell from like the age of the table versus like the fabric here and how it's attached that this isn't the first time it's been reupholstered. So that definitely makes me feel a little bit better about ripping this fabric off that's not original. So I thought I'm gonna reupholster this while I'm also gonna go over some items in the Sims 4 build and buy catalog that I hate. I just thought that'd be fun because, like I said, I don't really love this fabric anyways. And just moved, and we're getting the interior decorating pack coming up soon. So I thought this could kind of tie in well with that, as well as for anyone who's wondering. I'm going to talk about likes and dislikes in my probably review of the new pack rather than doing a separate video on it. But we'll see. So let's get right into this as I rip this apart and I start to rip apart things in The Sims 4 that I hate. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little shocked that there weren't more items that I didn't like. So keep that in mind. It was a little shocking to me. I thought there'd be more. So this first one is the clinic walls from Get to Work. I just don't really like this wallpaper. I thought there'd actually be a lot more wallpapers. I think there's only like 2 or 3 wallpapers that I end up actually just being like, yeah, I hate that. And I think for me, what I don't like about it is it feels very, it feels plasticky. And I think it was under like the paneling wall section, which of course it doesn't have to be like wood paneling, but like I'm not really sure what they were going for. It comes in a bunch of different nice swatches and textures. I just don't really care for any of them. And just overall, I just don't think it's super well made because I don't really know what they were going for. I know this came from Get to Work, and by saying clinic paneling or clinic wall, whatever it's called, I think the intention was to make a wallpaper for the doctor's offices. And I just don't think it looks good. Especially since I work in the medical field and I've never seen this. This next one might be a little shocking, but it's the groovier and stones and the stones that groove from Discover University. This wallpaper here, it's very well made. And for the most part, when I was doing this item list, I was trying to pick items that I thought were badly made, or that the Sims team just didn't get right. Like maybe I understood the vision, but the execution wasn't done well. And I was really trying to steer clear from personal aesthetic, because I think aesthetic is so it's so subjective for me to sit here and say, oh, I think this item's bad because it's not my personal subject. Aesthetic, I don't think it's a fair judgment on the Sims team, nor do I think it's a fair judgment of the item. And I don't want anyone watching this video to feel bad, because I don't want them to be like, oh, but I love this item. But I think for me, this is the only item that I could say maybe I just don't really get what they were going for with this wall, this wallpaper. I think it's well made. It definitely has kind of a rocky concrete feel, but I don't really get what the design is. And as you see in the image here, here's a bunch of the swatches it comes with, and I just don't know what they were going for. So I think part of the reason I don't like it is I don't know what the assignment was to say whether they failed or not, because I don't know what this is. The next one is actually a double door. I thought there were going to be more doors I didn't like, but I was wrong. This is the captivating double doors from Spa Day. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think they're necessarily poorly made. The quality looks pretty nice. It looks decent. I just don't like it. I think for me, I don't really quite understand, there are no door handles for one. The glass has nothing protecting it, where it opens. So I just think it feels a little impractical. And I think it's just kind of ugly. And once again, that could be more of an aesthetic versus just me not, maybe you think these doors are beautiful. I don't think they're ugly. I just don't think I don't know. They just don't do it for me. I've never used them, and I don't think I ever will. This next one is it's called the Centurion Helmet Replica Awning. And this is a base game item. This is the first base game item that we have come across for this video. Thought there would have been more at the beginning. Or I definitely thought there were going to be more wallpapers from base games. I was like, doesn't do it for me, but they actually hold up. For me, I just think this item is stupid. I don't get it. I don't think it looks like a Centurion's helmet. I've never seen an awning that looks like this. I don't know when you would use this in your builds. I've seen people use it for fantasy builds, which that's nice. I think I've seen it used a lot for when people try to build things like Howl's Moving Castle, So I definitely think there's a purpose for it, but the purpose we use it for, I don't think is the purpose that the Sims team made it for. So I definitely think this is just an assignment. They failed the assignment. I also just don't I think it's very low quality looking too. It's oddly blocky, and I just don't think it looks good. This one might be controversial, but I really do not like this couch from Get to Work. So I understood what they were going for, and I don't think they did a terrible job. For me, what it is, they're going for some kind of modern looking sofa. It's definitely a very nice lounge piece, and I don't think it's by any means the worst couch in the game. There's definitely couches that I think are uglier, but I still use because I'm they got the assignment right. For me, I just think the cushions look very flat and not comfortable, and I don't think that's necessarily what they're going for. And by not comfortable, I don't mean oh, it's a tough cushion and it's supposed to be cold and hard because it's corporate America. It just looks like they're not made of cushion material. So I think this is just something, a lot of the base game items in early packs, I think have an issue where I don't think the team really got the texturing quite right at the point. And this is just one of the ones where I think that on top of the different swatches they came with, I just don't think it works. I don't really think there's a swatch in this couch that I would be yeah, I could potentially use. I just don't think it works. And I've definitely used it probably in a build here or there, but it's usually when I'm like, I need a couch that has a nice modern aesthetic, while feeling very like a little colder. I don't know, not a fan of it. So this next one that I hate, this is the Tap Table from Get Famous. And to be honest, I don't think it's poorly made, and it's not really necessarily an aesthetic thing I hate. I just think I hate any kind of furniture or even like fashion accessory that uses living animals. And I know this is a video game, so I don't need people in the comments being like, oh, it doesn't matter, they're not real. I don't like it, and I don't think it's the Sims team's job to like make declarations of like, oh, we don't support this. Like, it's definitely their job to like imitate life in this game of theirs, but I don't like it. I think it's like an odd size. It's like hard to fit it anywhere in a place where I feel like it would make sense. I think also its idea, so it came from Get Famous, so it's definitely supposed to be for like richer people, but like I don't really see this being a household item, but I don't see aquariums using this. Not that you can really make a true aquarium in The Sims 4. You could probably make a museum or something and fill it with like fish and stuff and call it an aquarium. But yeah, I just don't think this passes. And also it's another issue that I see time and again with The Sims 4, and I don't know if it's the engine they're using to render things. I don't know if it's just something that we'll never really get, but I hate when things that are supposed to be round are very blocky looking. And this definitely has like some blocky edges, not completely smooth. And I know because there are some tables we have and items that are like, if not perfectly circular, very close. So I'm definitely like, you could have gotten better than this. So I think on top of just like, I don't like it conceptually, plus I don't think it really fits any like decor items in the game to like make it work in any kind of setting. And then I just don't think it was well made on top of that, but I will say I think the water and like the coral look nice. This next one is the treadmill called Sprint Chic from, I believe this is Spa Day. And I don't really like any of like the other packs that have come with like fitness items. Like there's the fitness pack. I don't really like those ones. I don't think they're like completely ugly. They're just like not my personal aesthetic. But this one from Spa Day I think is truly just a monstrosity to look at. For one, its shape it looks so flimsy, and I think the team was trying to make something that looked very sleek, modern, and like lightweight. To me, it doesn't look sturdy. I think it's like its design overall, like this kind of like trying to do like an S shape almost. I just don't think it works. I just also think it's like color, like the way it does the coloring, it's ugly. I just don't think it works. And I think they need to stop trying to make more furniture items fitness items, because like they're always ugly. Also, whoever reupholstered this cushion last time went way too hardcore with these. Like there's too many staples in this. So I love that. So this next one I hate. This is from like the toddler pack, which also like in itself is not a great pack. Let's be honest. There's some things I do like about it, but overall, the Sims team really scammed the world with that one. And this item is called My Stumps, and it's 4 different items that like go together. And I don't know what they're for, because they don't really do anything, and they don't really like serve any purpose, and I just don't get them. So I kind of put them in this list of things I hate, because they're useless. And like they don't look like toys to me. They don't look like something I would give a toddler. And I think they're also just kind of like I don't get what the what the goal was, like what was the vision. Like they're cute, I'll give them that, but like you can't even like slot things onto them. They're not chairs. And I also like, I don't want, like, who lets toddlers play with stumps? Like, so this is the Dodectagon contemporary clock from the base game. I hate this clock. So I am convinced, and no one can tell me otherwise, that this was supposed to be a, you know, basic circle clock. But for whatever reason, either because they weren't maybe quite familiar with the engine they were working with, maybe just didn't have enough time, or they didn't feel like it was worth it. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be a circular clock and they just named it Dodectagon to kind of be like, oh, see, it's supposed to have all these stupid edges. I think it looks stupid. I think it looks ugly. I don't ever use this clock. And I'm holding out for the day that in a base game update, they just give us a true circular clock. So the next one is the whipped cream cupcake machine, and this is a base game item. And a lot of people, when they talk about items they hate, they always like put this one in with like the telescope and the the microscope. I don't mind those being big. I definitely would like a smaller microscope, and I don't mind the telescope being so big just because you can also woohoo in it. But this one I don't get. So, because you can't make cupcakes with the baking scale. Like, you can't make them in an oven. Why? I don't know. Ow. You can't make them in the oven. So, like, you have to use this monstrosity, and it's massive, and it looks like it came out of, like, Willy Wonka's, like, factory. And, like, for what? What was the reason? I think also, like, it just looks very industrial, and I don't really know if that's, like, what they wanted for their cupcake machine. The next item is the Shine Bar, and this is from Luxury Party, which is, like, the very first stuff pack we ever got for The Sims 4. So I understand, like, why that one's not the best, but, like, a lot of the items in it are just junk, in my opinion, and one of them is this bar. For one, I don't think it looks like visually good, and I don't think that's necessarily like an aesthetic opinion. Like, I think there's a very good way to make a glowing bar look nice. This one, to me, it just, I don't know what's happening. I also think a lot of the colors they pick are just interesting, to put it nicely. I also don't know why they chose to make a small bar and not a bigger one, or at least not give us both, because I also don't like that it's so small. I also don't like that you can't put them next to each other and that they kind of clip in nice. Like, there's some base game bars that, like, in both small and big, do clip in nicely. But there seems to be this weird trend wherever, like, the small bars and some of the big bars, like, you can't line up next to them to make a bigger bar. So I never use this item because I think it's ugly. I think it's weirdly made, and, like, you can't make it bigger. Another item from that pack I do not like are these curtains that also have lights in them. I think it's called Dream Party or something. Not a huge fan of this item. For one, I don't really like all the colors it comes in. I think it's a little gaudy, and I think, like, this thing could look very elegant in some like some nice swatches. But also, I don't really like how the lights are placed on it. There doesn't seem to be much of a rhyme or reason why. Like, there isn't, like, a pattern for them, which, like, isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I don't know, I just don't like it. I also don't like that they don't really fit very well on a lot of windows. So there's that. And I think I would also like it if there was a swatch or something that didn't have the lights. But I also know then that it kind of, like, defeats the purpose of, like, why this specific light exists. So things to think about. Not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's the worst one on this list, but it definitely deserved to be on here. This stupid cube here from also Luxury Party. I'm just gonna say, like, luxury party, even though I don't like it, I would never take it out of my game because I love the buffet like table thing. It's really good for like weddings and like doing parties. So if you have that pack and never use it, I suggest at least using that item. But this cube I don't like. I think it's supposed to be like an end table or like an accent table or something like that. I hate it. It's as simple as that. So I think the cube itself looks stupid. It's more rectangular than square, which isn't necessarily like a bad thing, but I feel like if you're gonna call it a cube, it should be more square shaped. Another thing I don't like about it is the swatches don't really feel like there's like, the whole idea is that there's supposed to be a light coming from in it. And something's going on with it where I'm not really getting that vibe from them. And on top of that, I just think they're stupid. Another one I hate is this wood block. This is from the Cool Kitchen pack. I don't see a purpose in this existing. And that's where I'm going to leave that at. I don't know why the Sims team thought we wanted to put what looks like a cutting board on the wall. And like, maybe there is a reason. Like, I'm sure there's probably some people out there who put their cutting boards on the wall when like not using them. But like, I didn't need that in The Sims. This next one is a light from Get Together. It's called, I'm forgetting the name of it at the moment, but it is this stupid, I don't know what they were going for, but I don't like it. It's very big. I don't think it even like is that good of a light source. And it's just overall just not, in my opinion, I think useful. Like if you're gonna try to use it, because I'm assuming it probably is for like the new, like, nightclub or dance club, whatever the new like club thing is that came with that pack, like the new venue type. But I've never used this light. I never will, most likely, and I just don't think it looks good. This next one is from, is this from Fitness Stuff? I have a note here somewhere. No, this is from Spa Day. This is supposed to be a towel hanging on a rack. And the reason I put it on this list is because it does not look like a towel on the rack. It looks very stiff. It looks almost like a sculpture. Like, I don't know what is happening here, but it doesn't look right. This next item here is from Luxury Party as well. It is called the Sequin Table or something. I don't really know what it's called. I just don't think it looks good. The sequins on it are massive. And I don't know why they chose to do like a table with 4 legs, especially since it's such a small table. I just don't think it's well made. And I also like don't see like a time where I think this would work, where it doesn't look like campy. Like maybe like if we ever got proms back and like proms were like a thing you could go to and not just like a rabbit hole event, I could see this being maybe useful there, because like prom is very campy, but like for a luxury party, this is kind of trashy. The assignment was not understood. So my last one is one I'm actually really upset to talk about. So it is this double door from Realm of Magic. Overall, I really like the aesthetic of Realm of Magic, and I understand what they were going for with this, because I definitely see the goal was to do a kind of this late Victorian kind of arts and craft, Art Nouveau kind of inspired look. And it, like, they're definitely got that in like some of the windows, and they got that in the other doors. I think this door, this like very, and don't get me wrong, the detailing on the door is quite nice. I think like the detailing, like they really, like, it's a very high quality door. I just don't think they quite understood the assignment, which happens. So there's that. And I think that's like its main issue, because I think like the door itself looks really good, which I'm really glad, because we do essentially have that door without all of that on it. But it just goes to show that like I understand what they were doing. I just don't think they did it well. And I think there are times where like the Sims team does that a lot, but I think this is like one of the worst times, because for me, it's kind of made this door unusable. Because I'm like, it doesn't look like it works with any build. Whenever I use that door, it just doesn't really look like it fits. And that's not something I'm a huge fan of. So thanks, Sims team. Anyways, so thank you. In the time I did that, I haven't even finished one cushion yet. So it looks like I have a lot of work ahead of me. And I love that. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment. Let me know if there's any items that I missed that you really hate. I'm really hoping, like I said, my goal was to try not to do like personal aesthetic, like and try to focus more on whether or not I just think the items were well made or like hit the mark. However, if there's items you hate aesthetically, you can let me know down in the comments. You're not gonna offend me if you tell me you hate a couch that I love. And I'm sure there's other items that like I know there's that one couch from the Nifty Knitting Pack that I think a lot of people don't like, because it's kind of like low quality. I didn't put on the list because like I still use it a lot, but I could definitely see people putting that on their list from just being like, why is it so poorly made? So yeah, let me know what items in the game do you just like hate, and let me know why. I love to know the reasoning. Let me know if there's any items here you agree with or disagree with, and make sure to check out some of my other content while you're here, as well as look out, hopefully soon, my next video will hopefully be about the new pack. If not, it'll probably be a speed build. I've been doing a lot of builds with the Oasis Courtyard kit, and I have been having a lot of fun. I feel bad because I feel like that kit, I keep calling it pack, it's not really a pack, that kit, I don't think really it's gotten the attention it deserves, because like they released it and they were like, BT dubs, here comes the next game pack. So hopefully some speed builds I'll have out soon with it. Anyways, let me know down below if there's any other content you'd like to see me come up with lately or soon. And hopefully when I'm done with this, I will post a picture. Have you guys see all my hard work. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.